Allah, in the name of Him, the most kindest in the world. However, we didn't see any kindness between Muslim society. My name is Gabriel Morton, and I present you very, very important speech in YouTube. This speech would change your life, I hope, to the better situation. So I start immediately for anybody who live on earth that want to make better life for himself. This program will give meaning to your life, and after finish this, if you leave your cell phone for a couple of hours, you will be in the deep thinking and decide what is the meaning of the life for you and what is your aim in your life, and if this aim has worth to you to even tolerate a lot of pain in your life, etc., etc., etc. So I describe very, very briefly the principles of the gabrielism. In the philosophy, if you are asking yourself what is your aim in your life, first of all, you have to determine what you don't want in your life. Obviously, you don't want a miserable life for yourself, for your family, for your country, and for all of the nations and all of the other peoples who live in different places in the world. Especially if you see, I am using English language because I want to speak for all of the nations and all of the countries. So you think very deeply what is your aim in your life, then you take a paper and start to remember and analyze the items that you don't love to have in your life. For example, you want welfare. Any ordinary people want this. Welfare for yourself, for your family, for your nation, and as much as you can for all of the people in the world. This is the aim of the teaching by me, Ali Raza Jafarpur or Gabriel Morton, and I started a few months ago YouTube program. Gabrielism will make real change in your life. I hope by using this philosophy, make the life more beautiful for everybody who lives on earth. The reality is people want freedom and democracy, so they escape from the dictatorship countries to go to the liberal places or democratic countries. People escape from democracies. Why people escape from democracies? Because why people escape from dictatorship and totalitarian regimes to go to other places in the world and live in freedom and live in democracy and in the liberal society. That is because nobody wants anybody else control their own life. People escapes from the countries that in these countries government or religious leaders or even other people, other tribes, other city, other neighbors, they want to supervise and control families. So they escape from these countries, but when they arrive in some countries inside United States of America, after maybe 5 years, 10 years after placement and find job and forget the pains of the immigration, they will understand they are in the larger prison, and this prison made by companies. They escaped from their own countries, so nobody wants to control and determine the lifestyle for people in the liberal countries, but after leaving, they will see they are in a larger prison made by companies and technologies make plan for their own life and want to control the life of these immigrants or any residents and ordinary native peoples. They are under control by large and great companies. That is very, very important point that people will understand after immigration, after being asylum seeker and accepted as refugee, they will understand what I am talking about. People hate dictatorship countries. Also, another important thing is the fellow of the capital. The fellow of the capital is originated from dictator countries and will go to make enlargement of the economy in the capitalism country. When I was 20 years old, that was not my desire to come inside United States of America, the land of the dreams, and achieve my goals. That was not my desire to go inside United States, but that was my aim, going to United States of America, and that was my aim to go there and be president inside United States of America. However, I had read the Constitution of the United States of America few months before make this decision, and I knew that that is not possible for somebody like me from Middle East who was born outside of United States and is not the citizen inside United States, because my birthday is inside Tehran. I was not born inside United States, so that seems to be impossible for me. But I knew that if I travel inside United States, I will find a way, or I will be so influential to make the wave of the change inside the noble people inside United States, and I would and could to make change inside the constitution. That was the very out of access aim for me, but those times my thinking style was this. Now I changed because I achieved to more important and more powerful thing in the world that can make change in the world, and this is the alliance to the angel. When I am talking about angels, that is not similar to the fairy tales. I am talking about the real conscious beings that those they has consciousness field, and we will be able after practice to see this consciousness field, and we can communicate with them, and they can be our alliance and friend that they help us. For example, by using this philosophy and knowledge and techniques, I will be able to make earthquakes and landslide and raining, floods, all of the natural happenings that you say that is because of the physical rules. I want to say that that is not just physical rules. There is other forces that is not discovered for human being, but I am more access than other people to this knowledge and techniques, and I will say why. If you compare yourself with blind people, you can make innovation more than blind people. Close your eyes and suppose all of the people in the world, because some disease, all got blind, and you are just only survivor from this disease. You can see and others can't see. The privilege of anybody who do gabrielism practices, they will be able to enlarge their own consciousness field. Then they will be able to communicate with angels and make friendship and alliance and possess the angels' power and do make change inside the world. So I want to say that I am able to make earthquakes every day inside the United States and ruin all of the economy of the United States. Also, about Europe, China, Russia, I can do so, but I am not psychopath, and I am not affected by masochism. I am not psycho. I don't have any mental obsession. Maybe, for example, if you are especially Muslim, say to me or ask me, okay, you are Muslim, do this against non-believers to Islam and destroy all of the Jewish people, all of the Americans, Christians, Buddhists, Hinduists, Taoists, Shintoists, Confucianists, and many other isms except than Muslims. I want to say that I have my own philosophy that is the advanced, more advanced than Quran. That is the advanced meaning of the Quran. And however, I am Muslim and monotheist, but I don't think Muslim society deserve to do this action, nor the rich people inside America and Russia and China and Europeans. They also are not deserved to be attacked by using invisible forces by angels. So we must go further and see what they will do on behalf of the making a global society that would make benefits for all of the nations and all of the countries. Why? Because we see a lot of waste, time, and energy in the borders. Not just in the borders, make international security service for every nation, intelligence service, anti-attack terrorism inside all of the countries. A lot of cost in the police, Interpol, prevent any illegal actions and any hostilities and any bombing and any terrorist attack. All of these efforts, plus all of the monies that countries spent in the defense ministry and about development of the army and make new equipment to destroy other countries and kill other nations. All of these, that is the failure of the international human society, because human being is a selfish being and want everything for their own self. That was the same from the beginning of the human being, beginning of the creation, or beginning of the appearance of the human being on earth. From the first days to now, that is the same, and that is because human being, doesn't matter how much civilized and evolved, they are selfish. For example, if we make some device that can read all of the brains and minds in the world, so nobody can say any lies. So if we make some device and connect to the brain of the human being, that will be possible after development of the gabrielism philosophy and physics and physician science. I will make it possible to connect directly brain of the human being to the computer. Not also this, I have a special knowledge that we can evoke and summon consciousness field of the Jesus, of the Albert Einstein, about the Tesla, and many other greatest scientists who died and take with themselves their own precious knowledge because they were disappointed. For example, Albert Einstein was disappointed about publish his own knowledge, the result of the 30 years hard struggles, never published even most of this precious knowledge that was at the middle of the way, but was precious for all of the human beings. But they burned and destroyed this knowledge and take with themselves to the other dimensions. Why? Because Albert Einstein was disappointed from human being after using atomic bomb in Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Also about the Tesla. Tesla died while he was poor and moneyless because Tesla had a lot of inventions but had not enough investor to put in the practice and action. And many of the inventions by Tesla was stolen by Edison and other scientists. They understood finally, if they explain for people their own knowledge, finally, just 1,000 topmost rich people use and abuse this knowledge on behalf of their greed for having more wife and more luxurious life and more money. They are ready to destroy all of the human being on behalf of and just because of their own selfishness and feeling, because they want dopamine, they want more dopamine, more pleasure from sexual relationship, etc., etc., etc. For example, if we make in one island something like mental experiment, if we make inside one island put 1,000 girls that they are at the same level about age and beauty. Also, we put in front of this 1,000 girls 1,000 men at the same age and same level of the beauty. If we print the brain of these men, so they can't lie, they can't behave hypocritically, because we will be able, by using physical devices through electroencephalography, we will read the mind of the people. We will understand that the same story of the Abel and Cain is there. All of these 1,000 beautiful boys want almost all of everybody want for himself all of the 1,000 girls, and is ready to kill and destroy other boys just for sexual pleasure, and just to take attraction and improvement by other girls. And that is the instinct of the human being. Why people behave hypocritically? Because they afraid from the thinking of the society. Otherwise, most of the people really want to destroy each other to access to more gear and make more sexual pleasures. So that is the nature of the human being, and we will try to make it better. So I have to come back to the main discussion. People escape from dictator regimes, and they suffer a lot of pain, and will come to other countries that are well known as liberal countries or democratic countries. But just as they arrive and be free from the pains of the immigration, and just as they find job and placement, a good place, normal place for living, they will understand that they entrapped in the other prison made this time by company and capitalists, who abuse these people. However, their income relatively is so much higher than their own original countries, but they see themselves they are a slave, modern slave, and they are served to the modern slavery. People want to escape from democracies, want to go to democracies and escape from dictator regimes, because democracies, they are able to dissolve every human being with any belief and opinion. All of these people will dissolve inside the vast field that made by democracies. So all of the peoples want to go and live there, and however they will find that they are also a slave, modern a slave there. So they absolutely, most of them felt guilty, because anybody who leave his own country make the enemy of his own country make more wealthy and more healthy and more successful, and directly and indirectly, the knowledge and science and experience and intelligence of these immigrants will be at the serve of the country that is intrinsically and naturally an enemy for the immigrants country, the country that belonged to the immigrants. So all of these people indirectly will do betraying to their own homeland, and that is very, very difficult pressure because of the when people know that is so much difficult to solve this problem in their own brain, betraying to their homeland. However, that will happen indirectly. So this is very, very difficult mental situation for all of the immigrants who travel to other countries. That these countries, they are competitor and even enemy, naturally and intrinsically enemy for their own homeland. But I want to come back to the main discussion. The problem is, in the dictator regimes, we have bias and discrepancy. Always these dictator regimes, they consist of mafia. This mafia make the country weak day by day, because most of the people want to escape from this mafia. So one of the main reasons that people prefer escape from the dictatorship countries is bias and discrepancy and injustice about make a successful life or achieve to success, go to the national media and get money and make enough wealth for their own families. This is one of the other reasoning for people who prefer to immigrate to other countries, legally or illegally. Inside the United States of America, they can use this illegal immigrant, teach them and send them to the field farming and make a lot of wealth for these people who can't live and work in their own countries. So that is better they stay there and work and make increasement of the wealth and be beneficial for the target countries. That is too much, and I don't know how to start and how to describe a lot of important things. Just one briefly, I can say, when 20 years ago, that was not my desire, that was my aim, travel to United States of America. I wanted there to be president or be so much important that as a consultant and make great change in the world. What was my aim is the same. I have the same aim. I don't want to destroy America and Israel and Europe. I just want to make justice in the world. Inside America, the system and government is not based on justice. For example, the dominance of the dollar is not a justice, a monetary system that doesn't do correctly, and that is not justice. The domination of the dollar, we have to make international monetary system. Also, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency that is also cheating the people. And also, I don't have enough time to explain how investor of the Bitcoin, the last remained investors, they will be cheated by the first beginner investors. So I want to say that is the fake profit that they advertise inside the world to make other nations and countries more in the trouble of the poverty and pain. So that is not justice. United States of America, unfortunately, act upon injustice. About the Europe, we see some other problems. About China and Russia, there is great problem that they want to control and predetermine the lifestyle of the citizens. All of these must be changed, and I don't want to use the great 1,000 more powerful than atomic bomb power of the angels. That is very easy for me to destroy all of these countries who act upon injustice. But we know that 99% of the people, even inside United States, they are noble people, kind people, and good people. The problem is the system and the supporter of the system. But I am not enemy for CIA or Biden or Trump. I will offer you what is the solution in the gabrielism philosophy, and you will analyze all of the nations, all of the countries, included great nation of the China, great nation of the Russia, inside Europe, Europeans. They will analyze, and after see that if I am correct or not, they will choose to act upon justice. So this is my plan to do this. I will make my own reasoning and invite people to do the correct. And if they do the correct way that will make equal welfare, happiness for all of the nations, all of the human beings will be winner, and that will be the peak of the civilization. Otherwise, we will see the plan B and C and D will happen as an alternative, and that would be painful for all of the nations and all of the people. However, we prefer to solve the problems peacefully, and by killing me, the willpower of the God will not be finished, and the willpower of the God will be dominant. But I have knowledge. This knowledge make vast source for human being. So everybody can live in beautiful house, and everybody can enjoy from having family and live beside their own members of the family. Everybody can live beautiful and enjoy from a good life, beautiful life, good foods, enough clothes, and other beauties of the human beings. But the problem is there are selfish people, and I will offer these selfish people correct and recorrect themselves. Otherwise, I believe that 99% of the peoples in the world, they are noble and they are kind and want to help improvement of the life for human being. Another time, I want to persist and insist and emphasis on that I have knowledge. What would be the benefits of this knowledge? Access to great source, not just about science and technology, to make everything, every impossible thing better. So we can summon the consciousness of the Jesus, Albert Einstein, Tesla, and we will record this knowledge that they didn't transfer to human beings because they were disappointed if this knowledge is helpful on behalf of the total populations who live on Earth, or just make illegal supremacy and illegal dominance of the few people, especially inside the United States. They will want to control the life of all of the peoples, included 8 billions, included great nations of the Russia, even Europeans, even 99% of the peoples inside United States. Not just other peoples, for example, non-Jewish people, not just Muslims and Christians, but also the Jewish people inside the United States. If they are real Jewish, they would not be agree about this final aim by capitalism. What is the final aims? Make everything automized, automized, self-driving and robotics, then control all of the economy in the world and make modern slavery and make control over the life of the human being. That is not acceptable. So Vladimir Putin will do his best prevent this supremacy and supreme power to be composed inside United States. He will do everything. The same will be done by Xi Jinping and Kim Jong Un. They will do everything to prevent this illegal dominance of the United States of America. So, just want to say that if I deliver my knowledge to Russia, Russia will be supreme power. Maybe you don't believe. Later, day by day, after I describe the philosophy of the gabrielism and the practical techniques that those are more important than theoretical principles, you will see everybody who will have this knowledge is similar the privilege of the man who can see over the blind peoples, so they can innovate because they will have more expanded consciousness field. The mysteries of the consciousness field can make a nation to be dominant over other nations. How? One of the tools is possess the power of the huge consciousness fields. What is this consciousness field? I will say you they are angels because I visited them, and that is not delusion or hallucination or paranoia. There is practical way to visit angel. I want to say that just about 4 or 5,000 years ago, some scientists who created and innovated chess, they found these special mysteries of the consciousness field, but they died, and people, great nation of the India, they worship the idol or a sculpture of these greatest scientists in the world. And if I describe for you how much this knowledge is important, that enable everybody visit angel, that is not just visit the angels, communicating with them and make alliance and possess their power. That is very, very powerful force that can destroy a continent just in the blink of the eyes. And I am not joking. I would never lie to you, and later on I will describe. I can communicate with the angels, I can summon them, and I can make order to them, and they will accept to do my orders. But feel safety for yourself. God gave this knowledge and authority to me, not for abusement and push people to do against their own free will. Later on, step by step, we will go into front and describe. I will make this knowledge and publish this knowledge for all of the nations and invite all of the nations to come into unification. Why this unification is important? These unifications will lead to justice. Justice about beauty, justice about welfare, justice about making family and marriage, having beautiful life for everybody who live on earth, enjoy beside the members of the family, and not be controlled by a dictator or by a religious ranks, also not be the modern slave of the capitalism. We have to make changes. That was my desire, not just my desire. My aim those times was going to United States, because I thought those times there is no power supreme power more greater and powerful than United States of America. Now I have the capital of the capitals in the world, and this is knowledge, the knowledge of the Solomon, and more than that. And if I describe for you, you will be amazed how I access to this knowledge and how this knowledge can make improvement the life for all of the 8 billion people who live beside together. The problem with capitalism, they want monopoly and they want to govern and control the life of the 8 billion people who live on Earth. There is project inside CIA to keep 8 billions file, and they want to take control and take advantage, govern over the body and minds for every human beings, because in their own knowledge all of the resources on earth those are limited. That is the principle of Adam Smith. But I want to say that if you come to me and learn my knowledge, the limitless resource will be open for you, and you will make wealth, and that would be enough for all of the 8 billions who live on earth. I think that is too much longer, too much, but most of the things that I wanted to describe, I have to present in the next sessions. Thank you for listening. God bless you all of the nations and all of the people. Another very important question that you may ask me, you don't want to abuse your power and use it against United States because you think United States is not evil. Also, you like Europeans, Russians, Chinese. Also, you don't want to use your own power on behalf of the Republic Islamic of Iran. I want to say that, however, Republic Islamic of Iran is a little more close to the pure meaning of the Quran, and I am the servant of the Quran, servant of the God, servant for Allah. I want to say that they are in the prison of their traps of the Shiite and hallucination of the Shiites. I tried many times to save them from this trap and hallucinations that is not belong to the Quran, and they say many things that is against the pure Quran concept. How I see the pressure of the sanctions against Republic Islamic. Why I don't want to attack by my special limitless forces of the angels as a response for United States. If I am a betrayer to my own country, I want to say that I invite Republic Islamic of Iran, I invited for at least 13 years to do the correct thing. The correct thing is justice and not having bias and discrepancies between Iranians. Republic Islamic of Iran want to dominate over all of the countries and make the same mafia in the media, in the economy, and use the same biases of make achievement for religious people who accept the traps of the Shiite. They want to dominate and make it like the same that they did inside Iran. What is inside Iran? More make anxiety and make people so much unhappy. That is not just economic pressure over the nation. That is discrepancies and bias of the regime to do everything based on anti-meritocracy. This make so much pains in the hearts of the Iranians. So Iranians have to immigrate, and every immigration is a great loss and damage for this country. The Nobel scientists, Iranians, all of them will go to the enemies' countries, naturally enemies' countries, and serve them. And unfortunately, Republic Islamic of Iran says our government and our governance is the best model in the world. You don't believe a lot of Iranians died in the sorrow, and died not just because of the sorrow, because of the discrepancies and bias. Republic Islamic of Iran, they did injustice and they judge people against the verse of the Quran that describe judgment just belong to Almighty Allah, and nobody has right to judge people. You do this, or you did this. This is wrong. This is not wrong. Nobody has right in the absence of the Lord of the time, especially. Nobody has right to judge people, because if do this, that is putting the foot inside the shoes of the God, and so Republic Islamic of Iran is not legitimated, has no right legacy, and they are not righteous people. The God will not support them because they made the pain, meaningless pain for Iranians, meaningless, hard tough time of the sorrow. Many young people, I know a lot of Iranian genius students inside university, they died because of the sorrow. If you come and see this genius student is working like very bad jobs, very tough jobs. This can be a doctor inside Iran, but because of the bad policies performed by regime during the 45 years, the real enemy for justice, unfortunately, is Republic Islamic of Iran, and so because of the sorrow and pain, meaningless pain, they want to do the same inside United States, if be dominant over there. So I refuse to use my own power to attack to the enemies of the Republic Islamic of Iran, nor I can use my own power and knowledge on behalf of the Republic Islamic of Iran. You see so much sorrow of the Iranians, not just because of the religious country, not just just because of the mismanagement, not just because of a lot of immigrations that will destroy our economy. People are not happy, they immigrate, and every immigration is a great knock and beat and disaster for our economy. A lot of jobs gonna to die, and Iran will be in 2030, unfortunately, one of the top most miserable country in the world. I tried many times to recorrect them and invite them to do correctly, but they want to continue. And you will see the damage of the Republic Islamic of Iran for Iranians is not irreversible. So you will see disaster will continue. And if I use my own power, that is betray to the Quran and betray to the Allah, so I can't betray to the Allah, introduce something wrong, the collapse of the Shiite as the pure concept of the Quran. I have knowledge. However, Quran gave me, Quran had great role to give me the knowledge of the taking control of the angels, or position. I can possess the power of the angels, and Quran had great very important role. I can make earthquakes in Iran, inside Europe, inside America, and there is no scientist or holy clergyman in every religion or sect or mysticism or spirituality, included Kabbalah, included Christian, different sects. Nobody can prevent me if I make earthquakes inside Europe or America or Iran, because this is the unique power that God will give just to one man who is entrusted by God, and this man just has right to use these powers and knowledge to serve all of the nations and all of the countries and invite them to the peaceful life and live based on justice. Unfortunately, Republic Islamic of Iran is not based on justice, and these biases and discrepancies that you see inside the national media and many other not distributing fairly the wealth of the Iranians, that will lead to endless sorrow and pains in the hearts of the Iranians. So they are disappointed from Republic Islamic of Iran to make justice. Say this very, very potent, great talents of the Iranians always have to travel and immigrate to other countries, and after doing this, automatically they will be allied to naturally, intrinsically enemies for Iran. So they betray, but they don't want to be. They don't have any choice to go there and work for improvement of the government and technology and science inside the society of United States. So they serve the enemies of the Iran, and they don't have any other choice, and they are regretful, but they don't have any free will to do this. That is the fault of the Republic Islamic of Iran. So this is the great, I think, one one of the greatest injustice that happened during the history. During the history, Iran was invaded by a lot of countries. For example, one of these countries that attacked and invaded Iran and got dominant there, they were Mongols and Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan was dominated maybe about 800 years ago over all of the territories and lands inside Iran. But Genghis Khan did better than Republic Islamic of Iran. Why? Genghis Khan went inside the society and chose the topmost knowledgeable scientists, put them as minister and local ruler, and used them as consultant and used them as some great knowledgeable man that will help government for governing better and solve Iranians' problems. Genghis Khan believed, and Mongols, they believed to meritocracy, but Republic Islamic of Iran just think about theocracy, and this theocracy is not based on correct measurement, because we can't see the inner face of the human being. The outer face, everybody seems to be okay, and everybody can hide. Even Satans and evil persons hide themselves behind the religious face, but in the private they are acting against God and enemies for God. And most of the responsible peoples who work as ambassadors, ministers, parliament representatives inside Republic Islamic of Iran, those are hypocrites and they are enemies for Almighty God. And that is anti-meritocracy, and anti-meritocracy will destroy every country, because one of the great aims of the democracies, even the Communist Parliament of the China, they have a responsibility to go and find more meritable, more deserved people and put them in charge to determine what is the best optimized decision for the countries. Inside Republic Islamic of Iran, that is the self-destructions by I don't know how to say. Even the worst enemies can't do the disasters that they done during the previous years. So world will see this model of the government that is not democracy, is not socialism, that is not communism, that is not based on meritocracy, and also that is they don't believe to even the purified Shiite, and they don't want to use the knowledge of the Mahdi and Lord of the time that I proved for themselves that by making raining that I have this knowledge. This is my miracle. So if I go inside Spain, in the Texas, California, I can make raining 3, 4, 5 months. Also, I can make earthquakes. I started with raining, but if they make me and push pressure over me, I have to use the power of the making earthquakes, and this will change all of the calculations. that there is no upper hand than the hand of the Allah. That is the verse of the Quran. And Republic Islamic of Iran think wrongly that they can cheat Allah. They can't cheat Allah, because Allah is the dominant force in the world, and all of the countries will understand that. Another very important thing that I will try and finish my speech today, that was also about Iran. I will try to remember, because that is so much important for future of the Iran. Let me describe in the next speech. God bless you all. Thank you for listening. That was very important. Wow. I just forgot few seconds ago why this is very important point about the future of the Iranians. And wow, God, I will remember and speak later.